Um, Small update on the KTM. So I'm rewiring. I've just rewired the. I've been kind of sick, so I rewired this whole plug. It's the new plug. This is a Honda 33 pin ECU plug. You can see I've added 2 terminals. There's a walkthrough on adventurerider.com. Somebody's done all the groundwork, but basically what you do is you add that red wire there that's next to the brown wire. That's pin 32, and that's for your map selection. And then if you can see next to the purple wire, I've added a black wire in there. And these terminals are on the ECU. They just never put the wires on the plug for the US models. So you add 28 and 32, and that's for traction control and map selection. And then you have to get the switch, obviously. And then your switch is just going to have, it's 4 terminals. So it's got orange is positive. I believe the second one's map selection, third one's traction control, and then ground. So basically you need 2 signal inputs to the ECU, power and ground. I'm going to do that separately so I don't have to run power and ground all the way to the ECU. So we got the tank off for that. And then I'm going to hook my coolant lines up a little better. I'm kind of flip-flopping. I think I'm going back to the original idea of the thinner, like 1/8 inch line. Just because space is so tight. So we'll see how much flow I get and how much it works. But anyway, so if you remember, we did 1/8 inch here. And then what I'm doing here is I've tapped the bar ends for a 3/8 plug. So we're going to be watertight here. So what you need, it turned out pretty good. It's you can see it, how far I counter drilled it, and you barely got to peel any off there. So basically it's just a standard bit for a 3/8 pipe. What is it? I think 37/64. And then that basically just shaves a little bit out of the inside, enough to get your tap started, tapered tap. When you tap that, that'll be watertight. And then I'm just going to run the wiring under the tank. I'm going to do the 2-piece replaceable ends for that 1/8 inch hose. Like I said, it's not going to have the best flow, but I think this is going to be one of those things, even if it's just trickling hot water around, circulating, if it could keep up with the amount of cooling that the bars are going to do, going through the wind, cutting through the wind, it's basically just like your front transmission cooler on your car. A lot of those are tube style. So it will have a cooling effect. It'll be radiating heat off of there. So as long as the 1/8 inch line could feed enough coolant to, to make up for that, I think we'll be good. So this is going to be the ground, brown, power, orange, obviously, for the 4-wire plug for the map selection. As this US bike did not have that plug, this is what you got to do. And this is what all that work was for. Still burning off some of the coolant I spilled, but yeah, I think it's gonna work. So I can tell you right now it's comfortable, but we're looking at about 100 at the bars where the fittings are. Out at the grip, 75, 80.
make for some more pleasant rides this winter.